Hi everyone, it's Darla with crafty.yarn.owl. Today we're going to be making this cowl. Now I've made it so it goes around my neck twice. You don't have to do that. I give you the multiple so you can make it any size you want, whatever number of rows you want, whatever color you want. I show you where to change colors in the video, or how to change colors, that's what I should say. Okay, so the yarn I used for this is this picture right here. I had posted that picture on my community tab, and I asked in what order should I put the colors. Now, I looked at the comments, I spun the comments on my phone, and I pointed to one of them with my eyes closed, and the name that came up was Rhonda Taylor. And she wanted them, or thought they might look nice in number 3, 1, 4, 2, in that order. Others may have picked those, I don't know, but that's where my finger landed on Rhonda. So Rhonda, here it is. I've made it in that sequence of colors. So look at, isn't that pretty? It's like it's on an angle. It's such a gorgeous stitch and so easy. All right, so that yarn, this yarn here, is Loops and Threads Meandering Mini. It's 100 grams, 243 yards. There were 4 pieces, one of each color. And it says it's a medium 4, but it's pretty thin. I'm thinking maybe a 3, or between a 2 and a 3. It's 90 acrylic, 10% nylon, and this colorway is called Jewel. Hence the Jewel cowl. But you can use any weight yarn you want, one weight up to bulky 5 if you like. Use whatever colors you want, whatever fiber you want. Actually, I'm making another one right now using cotton, and that'll be on a future video. Okay, so because I color controlled, I do have some of it left right here. That is not the right one. That is the one, I think. Yes. Yes. Now, the reason I have this other one is because this ball of this dark gray, I didn't have enough to go around to put a single crochet row around my chain. It only went halfway. So I dug in my stash and I found this, and this is from a different yarn. This is grays and blacks. And so I used it around the top. Now, if you go in the back, a back bump only on your chain, you won't have to do this single crochet row up there. Okay, so I used a 5.5 millimeter hook. I believe that's what this one suggested. Yes, 5.5. If you want a little lacier, then go up a hook size. You need a stitch marker, a darning needle to sew your ends in, of course, scissors to cut your yarn. And I think I have everything covered. If not, I'll write it on the screen. Let's just get started. For the tutorial, I used a different yarn that I had hanging around just to do a sample for you. All right, I hope you enjoy this. And if you make this or anything I design or someone else designs, please put it in my Facebook group. The link is always below. And thank you so much. We'll be making a chain in multiples of 5. We're going to be working in the round, so we're going to be making it into a circle. The chain I made for the jewel one was 170, and it goes around my neck twice. Okay, and this one's just going to be a sample. So I'm going to chain, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 to start with, and then I'm going to put my hook into that first chain I made, and into that last chain, which I should have pulled up in the first place. Okay, then I'm going to continue making my chains and then hook it together when I'm done. When you have your multiple of 5 done, just grab your yarn and pull it through both ends. And now we're going to start by making a chain 1, and then we're going to go through that first chain with a single crochet, and then we're going to make a single crochet in every chain all the way around. And when you've completed your single crochets, you're going to have the same amount as you did of chains. I'm going to mark that first single crochet just so we don't accidentally go into that chain 1 we made. Okay, make single crochets all the way around in every chain. Now you're going to slip stitch into that first single crochet you made where your stitch marker is sitting. Slip stitch in there to close off your round. Okay, now we're going to chain 1, and then we're going to go back into that same stitch with 4 double crochets. Okay, so that's 1. I'm going to mark that first one. 2, 3, 4. Okay, 4 double crochets. Then we're going to chain 2, 1, 2. Going to go back into that stitch with 1 double crochet. Right, then we're going to skip 4 stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4. In the 5th one, we're going to do the same thing. 4 double crochets. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then chain 2, and then put 1 more double crochet in that same stitch. And this is our repeat. Okay, I'll show you again. Skip 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Go into the next one with 4 double crochets. If you can hear crunching, that's my little Minnie eating her dry food. So that's 2, 3, 4, chain 2, and then another double crochet into that same stitch. And this is how it's going to look. Okay, again, I'll show you. Skip 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Go in the 5th one with 4 double crochets. 1, 2, 3, 4, chain 2, and then 1 more double crochet in the same stitch. All right, I'll meet you at the end of this round. When you get to the end of that first row, you're going to have 4 stitches left. 1, 2, 3, 4. You're going to skip over those, and you're going to slip stitch into that first double crochet. slip stitch into that first double crochet, and then we're going to slip stitch over in through all those double crochets through the top of them till you get to that chain 2 space. Okay, slip stitch, slip stitch, slip stitch, and then slip stitch to that chain 2 space right here between our double crochets, chain 1. Okay, now we're going to be working into these chain 2 spaces all the way around. This is a 1 row repeat. Okay, so make 4 double crochets in that chain 2 space. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, chain 2, and then put 1 more double crochet in that chain 2 space. We can mark our first double crochet here in each, at the beginning of each row, just to find it easier. Okay. So now we're just going to repeat that. We're going to jump over to this chain 2 space and put 4 double crochets. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, chain 2, and put another double crochet in that chain 2 space. Okay, jump over to this chain 2 space and do the same thing. It's a very easy stitch, and I think it's really pretty. Okay, now it's 1 double crochet, 2 double crochets, 3 double crochets, and 4 double crochets, and then chain 2, and then 1 more double crochet in that chain 2 space. So continue making row after row till you have as many rows as you like. And yeah, I think it looks really nice in this gray as well. All right, I'll see you soon. Now you can make as many rows as you like. For mine, I made, not counting the single crochet at the beginning, I made 8 rows, 2 of each color. Okay, I'm going to actually show you where I changed color, show you how I did that, if you'd like to change colors. All right, at the end of the row, when you want to change colors, what I do is I'm going to slip stitch right in up to that chain 2 space. So slip stitch, 2, 3 times, 4 times, and then put my hook right into that chain 2 space, and that's where I'm going to grab the next color. Put it on my hook, pull it through the chain 2 space, and then pull it through that slip stitch. And then I just tie a knot and then sew it in later. Okay, and then I just continue on and make a chain 1, and then I make my 4 double crochets into that chain 2 space. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then chain 2, and then a double crochet in that same space. That's where I change my colors. And you just continue going on making your 4 double crochets in the next chain 2 space, chain 2, and then another double crochet in that same space, just like before. Okay, my yarn's getting all tangled. So that was 3, 4, chain 2, and then your last double crochet in the same space. Okay, so now I'm just gonna pull this out, and then I'm gonna show you how to just finish off the round when you're finished. When you're finished your cowl. Okay, if you've decided you have enough rows, then you're going to just slip stitch into the first double crochet, and then slip stitch into the second one, and then you can chain 1, and that's where you can cut off your yarn and sew your end in. Okay, to sew your end in, in case you're new at crochet, sew your end in by just weaving it in the back of your item. I like to go one way and then come back. I'll show you. And then come back on it. Don't go right in where you came out, but skip over that. You just don't want to pull your tail back out again. Okay, and then you just go like that. You can go back 3-4 times, however many you feel comfortable with. And that's how you sew your end in. And this, I left this edge on this one here because it just, I think it's a really nice edge. You don't really have to add an edging if you don't want to. If you want to, that's fine. But I think it looks nice like this too. All right, so the only thing we have left is if you did not go into the back bump when you were working in your chain, then, and I didn't go in the back bump, so I'm going to have to put something there. I usually put a single crochet row. Okay. I like to make a slip knot. Start working in the chain with single crochets. So you pull your yarn through, chain 1, go back in there and make a single crochet. You can go over your yarn end there if you like, your tail, so you don't have to sew it in later. And you have the other tail from when you started that chain, so we'll go over that one too. And then when you get to the end of this row, you just slip stitch into that first single crochet that you made. And when you think these are covered up enough, the ends, you just cut them off. When you're at the end of your single crochet row, slip stitch into that first single crochet you made, chain 1, pull your yarn out, cut it off, tighten it a bit, and then sew it in. And when you're done that, you'll be finished your beautiful cowl. Now, wasn't that an easy design? So easy. One row repeat. Just so easy yet so beautiful. I love this stitch. All right, so this is my little sample piece. So I hope you enjoyed this tutorial and you get lots of wear out of your cowl. I am working on another one right now, like doing the same design with different yarn, and that'll be coming up in a video. And but these work up so quickly, and I think they're just so pretty that I'm gonna make several. I think they would make great Christmas gifts. I really love how this turned out. All right, thank you so much. I hope you love it as much as I do. And if you do, please comment. Please like and share. I would love for you to share all over your social media. I think this would be a great Christmas gift for people to make. Something easy and fast and yet beautiful. Do you agree? And yeah, please subscribe. All right, thank you so much, and I'll see you again soon.